So yesterday we talked about how Trump's border czar was caught on camera by the FBI in the fall of 2024 accepting a bag of $50,000 in cash. It was in a kava bag.
Oh, that's why people were mentioning kava.
Yes. It's like, a sweet green type place, basically.
A little bit fancy for Tom Homan.
Well,
Mediterranean lunch? What's going on here?
They had to
Chicken
make
shawarma?
it believable. Not made
What's
in
wrong
America.
with burgers and fries?
I was here to arrest the kitchen staff.
I mean, what's wrong with burgers? What's wrong with the burgers and fries and use beef tallow? You need to eat this fancy Mediterranean lunch.
Either way, that was what the FBI thought would be believable. So Homan was not in government at the time, and that is his best legal defense because it's on camera, him taking the cash. And listen to how he describes it to Laura Ingraham, because you can see that he's not even denying that very fact.
I'll give you a chance to address this article that came out over the weekend. And it was on our always reliable MSNBC. And they said that you took $50,000 in cash in a bag from an undercover FBI agent to help them win government contracts in Trump's second term. The DOJ said they concluded.
Sorry, I shouldn't stop it, but I'm just have to point out, you being a responsible broadcaster, being like, I need to put this to you. You don't piss on the source that is reporting it and saying, oh, they're always responsible. You work for Fox News, you idiot. Like, no, you're not winning any responsible journalism awards. Anyway.
And they said that you took $50,000 in cash in a bag from an undercover FBI agent to help them win government contracts in Trump's second term. The DOJ said they concluded there was no criminal wrongdoing, but nevertheless, that story is out there, and I imagine you want to respond to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I did nothing criminal. I did nothing illegal. And it's hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. And I'm glad the FBI and DOJ came out and said, said that nothing illegal happened and nothing, no criminal activity. You're talking about a guy who spent 34 years enforcing the law. I mean, I left a very successful business that I ran.
Pause it. You're talking about a guy who spent 24 years enforcing the law.
First of all, I took some money out of a kava bag.
24.
God forbid I take some money out of a kava bag. But we're for 25 years.
24 years of breaking up families and causing misery around the country.
They said I did everything correctly when I took the kava bag.
And it said that nothing illegal happened and nothing, no criminal activity. You're talking about a guy who spent 34 years enforcing the law. I left a very successul business that I ran to come back and work for a government again. I'm back on a government paycheck.
Was it in taking giant bags of money? I mean, I'd say that's a good day when you take $50,000 in a bag that's supposed to have salads inside of it. Like, oh yeah, I'm being very strong in the private sector.
Well, I mean, I think that's all we need to really see there, because you see his emphasis on I did nothing criminal. He does not deny does she follow up by any chance, Brian? No. Okay.
Well, let's see.
All right.
For a government again. I'm back on a government paycheck. Not only did I sacrifice my family sacrifices, I make sacrifices every day. I got more death threats than anybody. I got a security team around me, but guess what? My kids don't. My wife don't. I mean, I haven't lived with my wife in months because I don't want to.
Oh my God. My relationship with my wife is horrible.
I'm sure she's stressed.
So, Tom, what you're saying is you're not denying taking a kava bag full of cash, and also you are under economic duress. Like, that's not dispositive.
He is on the board of, or has worked with, Geo Group, the private prison contractor that just coincidentally is getting fat contracts from the Trump administration, where he was a paid consultant in the lead up to his more official position.
That's super tough work. You have to do so much hard work for that.
But he's really good at breaking up families, it seems, including his own. So dedicated to breaking up families that he's breaking up his own.
lived with my wife in months because I don't want her to be here right now with all the threats. So after all the sacrifices, after serving my nation for all these years, they want to come on and dirty me up. And it's not going to end. There's a hit piece on me every 2 weeks. But keep coming, because you know what? Tom Homan isn't going anywhere. Tom Homan isn't shutting up. And Tom Homan's going to keep doing what he's doing, because working with President Trump's the greatest honor of my life. We're making this country safer again every day, and we're going to keep doing it.
And lining our pockets.
It's like that David Cross, Ricky Henderson bit, you know. Is there anything Ricky Henderson can only talk in third person?
He's now done this multiple times. We played the clip of him after he was clearly caught in November being like, I didn't do anything illegal. Tom Homan wouldn't do that. I mean, who do you think you are, Cher? You are the anti-Cher. I shouldn't have even said Cher's name in the same sentence as yours. It's amazing that he's, kind of parsing his words here, because he knows that he was caught dead to rights. But listen to how the White House spokesperson earlier that day, Caroline Leavitt, characterized it, because that is not the same story that she is telling and that the White House is telling.
Caroline, so too on the Homan investigation, I mean, can you just speak to, did the president ask the Justice Department to close the case, and does Homan have to return the $50,000?
Well, Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight, number one. Number two, this was another example of the weaponization of the Biden Department of Justice against one of President Trump's strongest and most vocal supporters in the midst of a presidential campaign. You had FBI agents going undercover to try and entrap one of the president's top allies and supporters, someone who they knew very well would be taking a government position months later. Mr. Homan did absolutely nothing wrong, and even the president's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI.
Kash Patel crossed his eyes at it.
What do you mean?
Who looked in
even Kash Patel's FBI, the loyalist Trump installed,
right,
and looked into it and said there's nothing to see here?
Even Kash Patel's FBI.
Did Homan not see this press conference before going on Laura Ingraham? And, well, he has a bit more of a liability, because if there's actually a criminal probe coming down, which could happen in another administration, they could pick this up. I'm not sure what the statute of limitations is, especially if the FBI has on video him taking this amount of money. He's got to protect himself a little bit. Caroline Leavitt has no problem lying brazenly.
She's probably told 400 lies right before this and right after this press conference.
That Department of Justice supported a coup in Brazil, supported the incarceration of Lula da Silva based on bullshit that is frankly much smaller scale and was never even substantiated, even the allegations that were about him taking some sort of upgraded apartment. This is a cager of humanity, Tom Homan, who is on the board of these incarceration companies, just taking bags of money. And we're like, well, he didn't. First of all, like, there's two claims there. He didn't do anything wrong, which is what Homan's saying, versus he didn't take the money at all. Which one is it? Because you can say, like, I took the money and there was nothing wrong with me taking the money from FBI guys that are entrapping me, just because maybe you get to do that because of how bad the deep state is or something like that. If you just accept entrapment money, you could just keep it.
Well, that would have been a follow-up from a real journalist asking Tom Homan about that, but that's not what Laura Ingraham was engaged in, because he's clearly parsing his words.
President's Department of Justice, even Kash Patel's FBI, looked into this just to make sure. They had a number of different prosecutors and FBI agents who looked into this. They found zero evidence of illegal activity or criminal wrongdoing. In the White House and the president stand by Tom Homan 100%, because he did absolutely nothing wrong, and he is a brave public servant who has done a phenomenal job in helping the president shut down the border. Mary.
Is he a public servant? Because typically public servants aren't also profiting off private interests at the same time, although in this administration that hit rate is like 100%, basically, for folks high up. I mean, the problem that they have here is that I don't think this story is fully going away. It also connects the swampiness of the Trump administration, as does the Epstein thing and the corruption of it, that the story is going to trickle out more and more to its immigration policies, which are increasingly unpopular. So the more that we can boost this, I think the better it is. But yeah, Caroline Leavitt not doing a great job lying there, for sure.
Well, we're in a country run by crooks, and Caroline Leavitt is not a whole lot different than the White House spokespeople under Obama, or indeed the first batch of Trump ones. That is the number one lying position. That's not in terms of like you're lying down. That is a position that requires you to lie. There's never been a truthful. Actually, Psaki is probably the most truthful spokesperson we've had in recent memory, and that's because she was sort of in the easier Biden time before all the spokespeople had to lie about the genocide they were supporting in Israel. But we're run by criminals, and they're pretty. They're coming out pretty scot-free in all this. Like, I hope this persists, but what can actually happen here? We have to wait until Democrats win back the executive branch again? And do you think they're going to go after Tom Homan? I would hope so. If the Tom Homan is indeed still with us, which, I'm kind of surprised he makes it through each week.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.